CPAC is a great spot to try to build a reputation for yourself, try to get a little bit of like traction, and Lauren Boebert wants some of that. Here is her best shot.
We're here to tell government, we don't want your benefits. We don't want your welfare. Don't come knocking on my door with your Fauci ouchie. You leave us the hell alone.
Okay, so there was an awkward pause between her turn for the applause before the applause finally started, and that was uncomfortable. But in her defense, she seemed totally unaware that that was happening because she was smiling like she had just nailed this thing. Okay, what do you think? In the like the sort of Sarah Palin school of conservative female grift, how do you rate that? How's she doing?
I mean, I thought Honey Boo Boo did it better. If we're going strictly with like which toddler deserves the tiara, I feel like her walk was too rehearsed. Her lines were very rehearsed, and I think there are other children who deserve this more.
I think, yeah, you're just smile through it is like rule one of the pageant world. So she got that, but
yeah,
no,
there wasn't a lot of
spinny. It gave me strong cinema vibes, actually. Like I expect your Fauci ouchie, man. Like I expected one of those. And also,
Fauci ouchie.
She said Fauci ouchie.
She said ouchie. But now, are we not getting vaccinated because it hurts? It ouchie? I thought you were all alpha. I'm an alpha male. I'm a big strong man. No, come out with me with the Fauci ouchie.
Like she's saying, we don't want the vaccine, which, look, if you're gonna take that stance, that is a serious thing. You're saying the best defense we have against something that's killed over 600,000 Americans, we don't want, we're gonna turn against it. And the way you communicate that is, we don't want your Fauci ouchie. Are you a baby? Like, I don't wanna speak like Donald Trump, but are you a little baby? That's something you joke about, but you're not joking right now. You're saying, this is your big applause line. This is super serious. Why are you saying Fauci ouchie? Anyway, yeah, that wasn't very good.
Yeah.
That just wasn't very good. But she did try to make a substantive point there, aside from the Fauci ouchie and the weird spins and everything. She tried to say, we don't want your welfare. We don't want your government assistance and all that. So there are a few factual issues with that, which we'll turn to. But first, I do want to allow someone to respond to that who's a little bit better at combining substance and flair. So that's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who responded to that video saying, tell him loud and proud, girl, GOP will strip your unemployment protections and dismantle any semblance of a public safety net we have left. Then make working people pay more for everything on low wages while Wall Street gets a meal ticket. Good old conservative values, baby. That's pretty good. That is, I think, a fairly fair representation of what she is very vaguely alluding to, that government assistance is bad, welfare is bad. AOC gave examples of some of the forms that come in. That seems fairly fair.
Yeah, no, I think it's important to mention that. I mean, look, we understand that, and AOC says this a lot, not enough Democrats say it, that like there is no political way that Republicans can revoke Medicare or Social Security at this point. These were programs that were called socialist back in the day when they were passed, and there was a huge campaign against them, and now people love them and they wouldn't want benefits cut. And that's sort of where you get into the weeds with even Trump voters. I mean, and especially Trump voters who, remember that Trump, no matter how much we all saw through it, said he would get something better than Obamacare to the American people, things like that. Was very wishy-washy on whether he would ever cut Medicare or Social Security. And when he did did not make a big deal of it, was very, very under the table. But obviously that is the part of the Republican platform. That is part of it. So anytime that we can remind conservatives of that I think is really, that's important.
Yeah.
And Boebert's doing their job our job for us, right?
Well, by making a really sloppy, bad version of their argument. The reason she doesn't like what AOC said there is because it makes her look ridiculous, but also she wants to say vaguely these things are bad. She does not want to have to say which specific ones because that is going to really turn off a lot of voters.
Yes.
They want it to be vague. And so AOC calling her out and making it specific is really going to annoy her and fluster her, as you'll see in her response to AOC. So take a look at this. Look at the lack of consistency in this one tweet. So she says, "Oh, please, Sandy." Sandy is what they call Alexandria because Tucker Carlson does it. Why? I ask him, I have no idea. "Ask Abuela how that government reliance is going. Nobody is taking safety nets away. Growing up in a Democrat household, I stood in line for bread and government cheese. I want more for your grandma, just as I did for me. Don't limit the American dream." So she says, ask Abuela how that government reliance is going, insulting AOC's sick grandmother. Then goes on to say that her family had been reliant on the government, and apparently, thank God it was there. Because if you are eating government cheese, you need that government cheese. So Abuela's bad for government reliance. I was good, but I don't want you to have it anymore. And then says, don't limit the American dream. You know what limits the American dream? Not having the government cheese you apparently desperately need. If you need this food and don't have it, that's gonna really limit your dreams right there. And all of that was in one tweet.
What, like, no, that is insane. And can we just, there is a pattern. Many conservatives I've spoken to who are like, I'm against government welfare. I was on it. And you're like, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, that's why I'm completely against it. Like, and 9 times out of 10, I'm not saying ubiquitously, 9 times out of 10, those people are white. And those people generally just don't want people of color to be on welfare. Just wanna, again, double, triple down on the Reagan stereotype of the so-called welfare queen who's got a bunch of kids and drives a Cadillac. Like, it is so racist. We really cannot skim over just how racist the narrative is. Every time a white person is like, well, I use government benefits, right? And that's why I'm against them. Like, so you mean you're special? Or you've got like a special gene that like allows you to excel, but other people on welfare don't excel? What are you actually saying right now? It's infuriating.
That's why it's vague, because then the people in the CPAC audience can fill in the gaps and be like, well, obviously she doesn't mean people like us. She means other people and they're not in this room. Anyway, I want to give AOC a chance to respond to the attack against her grandmother. She tweeted back, "Thank you for proving to the world that today's version of conservative role model is a person who mocks other people's ill grandparents on the internet. I can promise you I will treat your family better than you do mine, and I'll fight for your constituents more too." That is objectively the case. Oh, by the way, let's talk about the actual fact. So she says, we don't need no government assistance, we don't want it. Well, actually, her county did as a congresswoman. Mesa County businesses received more than 4,500 loans through Paycheck Protection Program. And new claims from Colorado residents applying for federal pandemic unemployment assistance have nearly doubled since late May and tripled since the 1st of May, according to the Colorado Department of Labor and Employment. So are those bad people? Those people who desperately need unemployment assistance, those businesses that desperately need the government to help keep them afloat during these terrible times? Apparently there's something wrong with them, some moral weakness or something, that they're accepting this aid that nobody else needs, except, in her own words, she and her family did when she was young. But somebody's bad, I guess. Anyway, really, you know what? We're skipping it. The next 2 graphics, the nonsense with the Nazis. By the way, so my point was going to be, Marjorie Greene got in trouble for comparing people who might have to take vaccines against their will to the Jews in the Holocaust. Now everybody does it. She did it, Madison Cawthorn is doing it. They're all just saying that it's Nazis. So we've moved fast as a country. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.